Bitcoin, like everything else you're about to describe and we're describing, is a pyramid scheme because it is a word of mouth growth engine. But it is not a Ponzi scheme because the payouts don't come directly to the people at the top of the pyramid.
Web3 is changing. The largest ticket seller in the world, Tesla. Elon Musk just changed his Twitter logo. Just going back to 2008 when the white paper was released to now, I mean, to conceptualize the amount of change that's happened in the industry is insane. And the change to come is also going to be very vast. What's interesting though is now that I've spent some time in crypto, you know, it's been some time, many years. It's crazy to kind of take an outsider's perspective and look back into it and be like, hold on. Some of this stuff is a little fishy. Like, you think about the idea of Bitcoin, and really, it's when it started, at least. Mm-hmm. I mean, the idea was fully a Ponzi scheme. Hold on, let me just finish. The idea was people telling other people, like, buy into this idea, and people over time bought into the idea, and now it's solidified as, you know, a digital currency. But what people forget is that throughout history, when there's been anything in regards to money or belief systems or anything, it's all a Ponzi scheme. Any company's a Ponzi scheme. I'm working for the boss who's getting every one of my dollars that I bring into the company, and I'm getting what, a certain fraction of proportion of that. Yeah. So if you think about it, like almost everything is a Ponzi scheme, and that's why I think with this argument for crypto being a Ponzi scheme.
So let's actually define a term real quick. Pyramid scheme and Ponzi scheme are two different things.
That is true.
So a Ponzi scheme means you are paying out rewards to the first people in the pyramid from the sales of the proceeds of the latest people in the pyramid.
Yeah.
Right? A pyramid scheme implies that it requires word of mouth marketing to grow like a pyramid, but it doesn't necessarily pay out like a Ponzi.
Okay.
So Bitcoin, like everything else you're about to describe and we're describing, is a pyramid scheme because it is a word of mouth growth engine.
Yep.
But it is not a Ponzi scheme because the payouts don't come directly to the people at the top of the pyramid.
Well, there is no one at the top of the pyramid of Bitcoin, right?
Right.
So it's really interesting. There's this massive documentary on YouTube, has a couple million views, called, you know, Crypto is a Scam. Like, or you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. It's a pretty big one. And honestly, a buddy of mine sent it to me a couple weeks ago, and I watched it. And, you know, he was making some good arguments, especially during the NFT run, where, you know, there was a lot of pyramid Ponzi schemes going on. And I have to agree with that. However, the most important part that Mr. Producer brought up and that everyone forgets is that it's all about the tech at the end of the day. If you're buying a picture of a monkey, that is your personal responsibility and accountability to invest that money hoping for some sort of return. And they might market it that way as well, right? But what people forget is that it's not, the monkey is not the revolution. The revolution is the technology that hosts the monkey. Mm-hmm. And as we see with time, as this stuff develops, I mean, there's so many more use cases and so many advantages to using this tech versus what we currently have. And that's what I would like to remind people, is that as much as you might think it's a pyramid scheme, it's a Ponzi scheme, at the end of the day, all true crypto and Web3 enthusiasts care about is the tech. Yes, I care about Bitcoin. Yes, I care about Ethereum. But do I know what's going to happen with them? No. What I'm concerned about is how is this functioning and how can I apply that to solve real world problems today?
Right.
So I think as, you know, we continue in these different cycles of the market, we will continue to see further developments of the industry that not only prove it's not a Ponzi or pyramid scheme, but further enhance the idea that this technology is revolutionary.
Right. Hey, thanks for watching The Merge. We've got a ton more stuff for you to watch on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, everywhere. Check us out.